feeling fresh. Let's see what we got here. A couple of beefcakes banned out. Timber Saw alongside the Mars. Then the Puck Centaur on the side of Unknown as we move into a first pick Tuskar.
Tuskito. You know, I'm so happy that Necronomicon was taken out of the game, but I really liked the Tusk Necronomicon build. It was one of those new things that I actually enjoyed about Tusk. You didn't like it?
I'm just over Necrobook.
I think if they remove the True Sight, they can just stay.
Huh. Yeah. I'll be down for that.
That'd be an
Tweak
interesting
the mana region a little. Maybe tweak the actual build, you know? You take those Sages mess. Because I feel like it was really good because a lot of those strength offlaners wanted the mana region.
I just hated how they took away your entire map presence. That to me, that was the thing that was the most broken about them.
Right.
But that's like, that comes really late. I feel like the effect of just like being able to lane without having to even buy boots.
I didn't like how easy it was. Like, how many times did people get D-wards so they're not even trying to D-ward? They're just running around with the Necrobook and, oh, look, there's a ward here. Like, that's the kind of stuff that translates to broken in your average Dota pub. I think.
You have to activate the True Sight, and it has a cooldown. Boom,
dude.
And then nerf the mana regen, and I'm in.
But like, I think what I didn't like about Necrobook is that they were like the brood mother of items. You know, it's like, it's always this cheese strat. It's like, oh, Dazzle, I'm going to buy Necrobook. And then it's like, it's kind of cheesy. Same with the Tusk tag team. Like, where it's a fine line of synergy to cheese. But that item, man, it was too cheesy for me. I don't like that much goat cheese.
And I think the problem is like the fact it was like good on everyone is the mana region. So maybe if you like, I don't know, just put a buckler in there, just add some like good stats, but that is not mana region related, I think the item might be getting
everything I hate, man. Lycan, Beastmaster, just running down my games after a fresh patch. Just get the book out of there, man. Don't stop enabling that shit.
I mean, reading is important. I think we should be.
That's why we put the tome in. You see, get rid of the Necrobook. Now we got the tome.
Everyone can read.
Equal but opposite, sort of.
Okay. All right, so let's look at this draft here. We have a Tusk Leshrac, which I actually value a lot as an opener. I think we saw just so many games in lower division where the Leshrac just wins the game by itself.
5 seconds.
On the other hand, we have the Snappy, which I love, but this Tiny. I'm not sure about this. What do you guys feel?
Box of chocolates.
You know what we're gonna say. It's tiny. It's South America.
We're in the mid tiny is better card here, or are we?
I think Trent and I are both in this. Like, we don't want to have to keep talking about this tiny, but we're in South America, and there's so much social peer pressure to pretend like this tiny is a good pick that we're like every draft. There's this mental battle of like, all right, do I toe the line? Do I speak my mind? We're just flipping coins whether or not Tiny's going to do well or not.
In my opinion, Tiny Mid is situationally busted as hell. It is not a 2-3 pick. Thus,
there you go.
Your Snapfire essentially forces your Snap to be a 5 unless it's going to be a position 3 or a mid. So if you have that flexibility, this opener is fine. I don't know if I don't have that flexibility, though.
Okay.
That diplomatic enough for you?
No, I agree with you.
I like that.
Tiny's the only hero, fun fact, I've ever spammed. I've basically, the first time I ever even played like solo Dota by myself without like friends, I just played a shit ton of Tiny because he was so fun. And I think I had like a 70% win rate because all you do is just target you find the feeder. That's what I used to say. Find the guy in the enemy team who's bad, and you just feed off it until your team wins.
Those are my 1 in 18 Dazzle games.
That's great.
Tiny Quap on the other team. You're just getting blown up every other fight. Jesus.
I have some pretty fun stories with Tiny, actually. Like, right when I started making my YouTube videos, I was like a, 3.5K player, and Aetherlands got released, and I loved playing Tiny at the time. And I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to make this series about Aetherlands Tiny. And I played like 20 games rushing Aetherlands on Tiny. And like, look, guys, I can throw them super far away.
And Bowie made his first YouTube video.
17 games out of 20. And it never aired because I think it was not that great of an idea.
Wow, you were ahead of the time, though. Little did you know it would eventually build into Octarine and be kind of okay.
Yeah.
But boy, go find the footage and you can upload it now. All right.
I'll look in the my Google Drive.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I love the Warlock, man. Let's
Finally.
go.
Me too.
Yeah.
We do not get enough of this hero in SA. That is for sure. Very popular across the rest of the DPC. I feel like I turn on streams, I see it banned, I see it picked, I see it comboed with the Mars, and I
10
go,
seconds
wow,
remaining.
that's very broken.
Vanilla Shrek is really good too. I love this combo already.
Ooh, they didn't ban the Spectre either.
Yeah, they did not. And I
Warlock
think there's a lot of value on this Spectre when you're against core Tiny, which feels like it's going to be the case. Oh,
All right.
Interesting.
Classic.
I love the Spectre here. I think this is just a free Spectre game for Infinity.
Warlock
go for it.
Spectre.
Because, you know, you're not going to be in the fight at the beginning, so very unlikely that you get doomed, which is already going to be good. You go Blade Mail, which is really good versus Snapfire, really good versus Tiny.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, what else do you need?
They also ban and pick Spectre a decent amount, but they also ban it a lot, which tells me that they respect the hero. You know what I mean?
Yep. There you go.
Yep.
Boy gets it.
Dude, this is looking really good for Infinity. I think their draft
Really
is
solid.
amazing right now.
This is just well-rounded, great lane setups, great mid game, good pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Big
10
fan.
seconds remaining.
So at this point, how do we feel about
Ban from
positions?
mids.
Is it a mid doom, a 3 doom with a? These positions for unknown are really weird.
I would
Yeah.
guess it's probably a
It's like 5 Grim.
3 Snap and then mid Doom probably with their players, but I'd prefer if it was the mid Snap.
So
I think it should be mid Snap.
It could be 1 Tiny. It could be mid Tiny. It could be 4 Tiny.
Team ban.
Yep.
I definitely like unknown banning mids. 100% they ban mids. Assume it's 3 Lesh. Ban the mids.
Yes, I think. I think when you have Tusk and all those roaming heroes, you want to have a range offlaner in general. So it's probably going to be less.
And I guess if you're Infinity, you do ban 1s here. Like they're getting rid of
10
Sven.
seconds remaining.
You know the Tiny can flex, but maybe think about who does Grimstroke really enable. Like maybe
5
you ban
seconds
Bloodseeker.
remaining.
I'd probably ban the Viper just in case. I don't feel like losing to AoE break.
Huh. Yeah, they could carry
Oh.
Tiny, I guess. You're right. Yeah, just take the Vibe. It's so easy. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Like there's probably a better ban, but I think it's it's Viper. You're playing Spectre. Just take
ban it. Yeah. Don't mess around.
Like don't force your Spectre to buy BKB. It's so like it's humiliating.
You're not
you know?
scared
just
of any of these
beautiful-
other like Grimstroke combos, even like a Wraith King with the double stun, or
I mean, that's good, but I don't feel like losing my entire linchpin hero from
to a
W
puke
button.
hero. Yeah.
I mean, in the past, whenever they pick it, they ban
Dire
it.
team ban.
I know what you mean. I just feel like if unknown pick Viper, I look at that lineup and go, I don't think they win.
Radiant team pick.
I can see a configuration that looks all right. Definitely love the Prophet ban. I was thinking Prophet or Storm would have been really sick. So I'm still into
So
Storm.
wait, if they're
You could
banning
Void also, Void
Prophet
Spirit.
here, are they going Doom mid then for a known?
I think they're just banning it because it's very, very good with Spectre,
10
and we've seen teams do this
seconds
exact combo before.
Just the global
Yeah.
threat.
5
Okay.
seconds remaining.
All right, so they need a solid mid hero. I guess Void.
Pick a spirit, any spirit. I prefer Storm, I think, personally. But I'm fine with the Ember or Void.
They have tanky boys. I think maybe you want something that can go in and out a little bit easier. Maybe the Void is fine.
I feel like you're just piggybacking off all my suggestions, Bowie.
I do have
Whatever
I do-
hero I bring up. Oh, that sounds great.
Dire team pick. Queen
Hey, it's Quap.
of
Should have suggested it.
I am not a big fan.
They literally just
Honestly.
made the Viper pick even better.
Yes, I think you have the Viper. You have all these tanky boys that Quap struggles to kill in the mid game. You have Doom and Tiny, lots of burst
10
damage.
seconds.
And even like into Grimstroke. That's like one of
Like
the
they could Lina, right?
better heroes against
5
Quap. You've
seconds
got the
remaining.
leash, you've got a silence.
Yep. I agree. I think
Viper, Viper, Viper. Come on, do it to him, Unknown. Teach him a lesson.
I think they're gonna pick a 1.
I think so either.
Like PA or something like that. Something that can do
Oh,
a
PA
lot
with
of
the break?
damage. Yeah. Yeah,
knives.
dude.
There you go.
That's
I don't
where
think
I'm
I've
going.
seen the shard in a competitive match yet, but I'm
So
willing.
I've seen it
you
in
know,
my pubs a lot. Have I seen it in a competitive game?
How about something dumb like anti-mage?
Anti-Mage actually looks really good.
They don't have a
And
lot of
it's-
control.
I think I remember Unknown losing with Anti-Mage today. Okay,
Oh,
Hero.
why did you
Hey.
stick with the king?
See
Hello.
that? Yeah,
You're not
look at
worried
that.
about something like the Wraith King, Trent? Why would
See?
they ban Viper? I'm
Double
so smart.
stun.
My name's Aori. I'm the host of this panel for a reason. Now shut your traps.
2 stuns now from that Wraith King, man. It's gonna be Queen of Pain and +1, man. They gonna be tethered up. What are you
selling
gonna
propane
do?
and propane accessories, or well, at least you're his good friend Boomhauer.
You're gonna be doomed. You're gonna be stunned. You're gonna be dead, man. There ain't no option there.
All right, guys, I'll tell you where I am. Okay, I look at Unknown. I see 4 strength heroes. I look at Infinity, and I see Quap, a hero with burst damage every 2 minutes. I see Spectre, a hero with no burst damage every 3 minutes.
10
Warlock,
seconds remaining.
some damage every 3 minutes. So I feel like this is gonna last 25 minutes. They're not gonna kill Unknown, and they're just gonna win. They like damage. Only Lash actually outputs damage here.
Their team fight is very strange. It's like I always like Warlock with the second bubble. Like, cause like Golem's kind of a bubble. It's like giant AOE boom. But I always like it when it's got the secondary combo of like the Ravage or the Arena, because then you actually get to utilize the damage of the Fatal Bonds. But they have this giant guaranteed to hit everyone damage of the Spectre, hence why this combo is so good. And with any Sonic Wave, couple spells from Leshrac, they can definitely kill them all. They are not that tanky if they get Fatal Bonds. I'm believing in Infinity. I think Unknown is about to be winless once more after this game.
There's things I like about both sides. I really like the last pick Wraith King, and I really dislike the last pick Queen of Pain. So I was favoring Infinity until these last picks came out, and now I'm feeling very torn. I feel 50-50.
Sorry, don't forget about the Tiny.
Don't forget about the Tiny.
Robozy Tiny, by the way.
Is he going to get a box of chocolates this game?
What's happening? Is he cherry or is he caramel? Or is he dark chocolate truffle?
I don't know, man. Tiny has the damage to really mess up Queen of Pain. If PP's not careful, I really don't like Quap into Grimstone. I'm going Unknown. I think Unknown are going to take game 1. I don't know if they're going to take this series, but I think they're taking game 1. All right. Gary, Theben, thank you for bearing with me while I thought out loud about which team I favor here in this game 1. Curious what you guys are thinking based on these drafts.
All good, Zayori. I'm curious to try and understand the hate of these cherry chocolates. I'm a big fan of cherry chocolates. I don't understand why Zayori and Trent are both dissing on it. What's up with that?
I'm thinking about the dark chocolate truffle ice cream I got in my fridge right now because of Trent. Damn it, I was thinking something real smart to say, and now I can't get the freaking ice cream out of my head.
Now you're salivating. Your mind's on food again. Right, this one's difficult for me, Theben. Wraith King on one side. We all know I like to ride with the king, but Warlock, one of my favorite heroes, with a Spectre, one of my favorite lanes. I kind of have to lean Infinity with that Fatal Bonds burst damage they do have through these team fights. Looks
really, Gary?
sick.
Did you hear what Bowie had to say? Did you hear what our expert South American analysis had to say?
They can
Were you
be as
listening?
tanky as they
Were you
want.
listening?
Fatal Bonds count as tanky heroes, and Upheaval slows them down.
Well, they got so many tanky heroes, and Spectre doesn't have any burst damage every 3 minutes. Queen of Pain has some burst damage against strength heroes. Come on now. Infinity, they have to win lanes, right? For their game to actually even look remotely good. And this Pamplona Tusk, he's gonna have to do a lot of work as well. Like, he's gonna have to win top, he's gonna have to help the Quab get kills on mid lane, and they need to not die to this Tiny in the early game, while also shutting down the Wraith King. Because once a Wraith King hits that timing, I don't know if he's going straight Radiance or he's gonna go for the Armlet, they're just gonna keep running at you with the Soulbind and the Doom and stuff. And the stuff.
We can't have a repeat of what we saw the other night with a Bat versus Tiny. This PP Quab has to snap off, has to really dish out a laning stage win up against RoboZ. There's PP on that Quab. Going for Scream level 1, not bothering with the Shadow Strike. Just going to try and secure some creeps early on. These side lanes, though. Infinity side, they've got the tools. Tusk and Lash, this is a lineup that has been used time and time again. I really do love it. The ranged hero with that tag team. They can put pressure on pretty nicely up in that top lane.
Yeah, most definitely. But Snapfire, Wraith King is a very potent lane as well. You got the little Shredder that's probably going to be coming out later with the skeletons and a cookie. He's gone for the Scatterblast level 1 though, because Wraith King can't really last at the rage creep easily in this Scatterblast to help you out there. But if he does get the little Shredder cookie plus the Skellies, you might see some potential kills from Unknown here.
And the bottom lane's the boring lane, isn't it, Theban?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the most boring lane. I mean, I do think Doom is gonna free farm here, which is not good for Infinity. Typically, when you have a Doom in the offlane, you expect to like shut him down in some ways because it doesn't really provide too much. But because your carry is a Spectre, he's not gonna be able to apply too much pressure. Sacred, he's already got a healing salve to mitigate this Fatal Bonds dagger combo they just threw out on him.
He just keeps sustaining healing. He's got that Bassi as well, keeping that mana regen going. I was just watching top play. Now, Pamplona dragged these Hellbears into half of a creep wave, and the Radiant creeps just didn't care. They like walked straight past the aggro, and I was like, okay. Well, he doesn't get the reset of the lane. Still looks like they're in a decent spot, though, and level 2 on Tusk means even more kill threat if that Snapfire gets out of position. The good thing, though, is she's going to have that cookie to get over shards if they do get stuck in them.
You're going to have to just go on her with the tag team first and then use your ice shards afterwards when the cookie comes out. So,
Maybe
how is mid lane now? 11-2 to 8-2. Oh, wait. We see her play top. Nah, it's not, that's a fail.
Yeah,
not
happening.
Yeah. So PP did go back for the Shadow Strike, 2 levels into it, no levels into the Blink. So he went for the Scream just for the last, it's level 1, and then the Harass.
Bottom.
Oh, there it is. That's
First
a
blood on
juicy
the
first
Warlock.
blood for Sacred. Oh my god, imagine Doombringer, a hero who gets free GPM, getting first blood as well. Yeah, I know who's going to be the position 1 on Unknown this game, Gary.
I mean, he's hit level 3. He goes to the second point and Devour, yeah, of course he does.
Oh, that's greedy, but, you know, because he's got it off cooldown, he takes it. Yeah, I would go for the Scorched Earth, because it's much better for the lane.
All the stuns on top. Little boy has the Fairy Fire.
He's got a salve.
Yeah, can't keep going on the lash. They do force the salve, like you say, and this Tusk now completely out of mana, so the aggression from Pamplona is going to be pretty limited. Just going to have to track back onto this Snapfire, make sure she doesn't get any pulls going. And Little Boy,
very tanky and fast.
Gonna get stunned up under the Skellies and the Scatterblast, though. And he's walked into this, the cookie there, Teemo. He's gonna secure the kill on the lash. Teemo just slices him.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty embarrassing death. Like, he kind of just tunnel vision onto the Snapfire, and then the Wraith King just comes from behind, drops 2 Skellies, and just kills him. Like that. Like, you need to be analyzing the situation. The Wraith King is right above you. You got the creep wave watching him. You can't be running in there like that. And that Snapfire kill just wasn't going to happen with Pamplona having no mana.
Yeah, it's always nice to see Wraith Kings get these early Skellies out as well. It kind of feels weird. Level 1 Vampiric Spirit, just like, I've got 2 Skellies, 65 mana, is it worth it? But yeah, you get that extra damage in, and you were mentioning, you know, if this little Shredder comes out now, Snapfire is level 3, going to amp up your damage even further.
Well, 2 Skellies is like 1 hero damage, pretty much. So, it's a lot.
Yeah, it all adds up. And now they've got their wave up top under the tower, so safe and sound for Unknown. And we do see bottom, this Warlock just spamming out the Fatal Bonds, trying to play forward in front of the Spectre as RoboZ going to heal up mid. He's got Salve and Bottle.
He's doing pretty well. 25 lasses against a Queen of Pain. I do expect Queen of Pain to be a very bad matchup for the Tiny, but he's done a really good job on RoboZ so far.
It's that South American Tiny factor. We expect the lane matchup to be poor, but it works out for them. Top lane Cookie away. Grimstroke's out of there. We've also got Aggression bottom. It looks like the Snapfire is going to get chased down. Little Boy, the big crits from Teemo. Does he have another stun? Any mango play or anything? No. Snapfire's out. Wraith King can't finish off the lash just yet. The Skeletons, well, they're still aggroed on him. Little Boy into the trees, but he's fine. Pamplona loses his courier, but snowballs under the tier 1 to finish off the Snapfire.
Yeah, Wraith King was chasing the Leshrac the whole time, so he wasn't there to help out Snapfire. Could have possibly got a return kill onto Pamplona. All things considered, I think Infinity will be happy with that trade.
Yeah, especially they kept both heroes alive down bottom. Because that Inkswell The 1-1-1 build now from Widge's Grimstroke. With Inkswell, that Scorched Earth, Doom forward. If you get on top of the Warlock, he is in some serious trouble.
Yeah, you can see the Spectre though. He is having pretty much free farm in terms of last hits. Doesn't really have any kills, but that's okay. You're against the Doom. Doom doesn't apply any pressure to you. Problem with the Doom though is he is going to be hitting level 6 faster than you are, and then you're going to have to be a little bit afraid on the Spectre. It's gone for the treads first. It's got a Radiance queued up next. Oh, double courier kill. Feels
Double
good.
Curious Snipe, yeah, Widge with that high ground
80
board.
gold
Tranquil
for
boots up.
every hero on Dire.
Tons of money.
Yeah. You know what my favorite thing is to do? When you're behind and you know like your team is the enemy team is just constantly running at you, I go like way beyond as a support into their enemy lines and just start sniping couriers. Like predicting where they're gonna go out to. Yeah. Cause then you can like kind of bring your team back into the game that way as well. Especially on like these bounty hunter heroes and stuff who have invisibility and are hard to catch.
Especially if you snipe out an early item, you know, even just null tally or whatever,
Definitely.
people finishing off treads, whatever it might be.
Yeah. Or the
super
big
handy.
factor is like you kill the courier, it's gone for a minute, now the enemy can't finish their item and bring it out unless they go back to base. And that feels really bad too.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple of
so
times
many-
to me. I keep trying to
So
do
many
what
small things you can do.
I keep trying to replicate what pro offlaners do. Like they bring their courier to the secret shop to buy their ring of health, stuff like that. I was like, oh, I've got my ring of health coming. I'm being so smart and intelligent. And I just die. He's like, oh, great.
Oh
I'm a moron.
so bad.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. But you were mentioning this Doom with the free GPM, the free net worth. Looking at the CS, Spectre is up there at the top. Doom, though, 3,700
Net
net
worth wise.
worth. Oh.
That's it. That's the power of Doom for you. And he's not even gone. He didn't even go for the level 3 Devourer. He went for the level 3 Scorched Earth. Again, I still like this way better as an offlaner because you don't know when you're going to be getting your next levels. You can suddenly just die in your lane and it'll be bad. So just get the spell that lets you fight. And Scorched Earth is that ability. He's got Doom ready, but he doesn't want to drop it on Spectre because, he's just going to get healed up by the Warlock.
On the topic of Scorched Earth, how do you feel about Doom's talents? Because I've seen a bit of flip-flopping at level 15 especially. Because the Scorched Earth talents kind of feel good, but devouring ancients is also really sick.
Especially if you get the Golem, it's just so much health for all your teammates. But sometimes as a utility Doom, you might want to get the Blink Dagger into the Hoof Stomp anyway. And if that's the case, then what's the point of eating ancients, right? Like, I played the Doombringer, I've been in that situation, and that's my dilemma always as well. It's
I feel
really
like I
hard
always
to
just-
decide sometimes.
Yeah, pretty much always end up going Scorched Earth. Top lane, Pamplona. He's under his tier
Robo Z's
1.
here,
Little
though.
boy's level 6. Sure, they've got Robo Z, but the Haunt and the Fatal Bond.
the
Standing
Fatal
back
Bond.
onto the snap.
5
The
heroes.
Reincarnation popped. Tiny's got a ditch. They'll kill off the Wraith King a second time with the tank team slowing him down. Little boy just keeps pushing damage. And the jump in from PP. Queen of Pain arrives in the top lane, clearing through that safe lane of unknown.
What? 5 heroes top lane? 8 minutes into the game, Gary? What's going on here? Robo Z, he went in, but he couldn't get an Avalanche Toss combo off because of the Haunt coming in, and there's a creep wave on top of Little Boy as well. So they're just gonna set up for the stack here and the rune and farm on bottom and middle. Like, overall though, like 5-man rotation, that's never really that good. I want to say Unknown are kind of okay with that. The only big problem for them is the Wraith King lost his reincarnation.
Yes. I mean, maybe if they lose this tier 1 top as well, the level 3 Edict
He is out
going,
of mana,
but
Little Boy.
he is, you're right, and with Doom being cookied straight on top of him, smacking with the Infernal Blade, Widge dies elsewhere, but in comes Robo Z. Secure the kill on the Leshrac. So they moved from that
And this Doom-
Radiant Triangle up top.
So he gets the kill, and he's got 2,000 gold, and now Wraith King Teemo, he can just walk bottom, summon some Skellies, put some pressure down there while farming. And Spectre doesn't have a TP to go bottom either. Oh, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of bad for Infinity. Even though they did make this play, they got 3 kills, some pressure on the tower. I don't think this was a net gain for them. It was probably even at best.
I guess it does kind of extend laning stage, delaying things for the Spectre. It's probably going to be one of your primary goals. But what is
True.
the
She
what is
does
the
have
Doom
2K gold.
buying? Did he just buy Blink Dagger?
Yeah, he did.
So we're going to have that instant form of initiation. He's got the Hellbear Thunderclap, so no Centaur War Stomp yet. Let's have a hunt through the jungle, Theban.
It's
You seen centaurs?
I don't see any centaurs. Oh, there's one, yeah. But it's on cooldown still. 30 more seconds to Doom. I think he just wants to use this
Oh, Sonic Wave
Right
in.
now. PP.
PP with a DD. And that snowballing onto Tiny, that catches him. They get the Doom onto the Queen of Pain. Snapfire turns, but the Golems drop, but the Fatal Bomb's going. They are shredding through them. Queen of Pain loses her life,
Now
but
he's in
now
trouble.
this big bad Doom is so huge. He just swipes
There it
through
is.
the 2 primary cores of Infinity and the
And the
kisses.
kisses.
Launched out,
Oh,
long-range
oh,
projectiles, the
one
artillery
more.
strike onto the
It's enough.
Warlock. Beautifully sniped out by that
done.
Snapfire.
Tower is under
Yeah, I mean, that was without any stuns or slows onto that Warlock. Sniped them. And there it is, the Doom with the 10.5-minute Blink Dagger. Like, I saw that Coin of Pain blinking in. I'm like, oh, you done goof, boy. Here comes the big bad Doom. And he just
Straight on
ran
top
in there
of
with the Scorcher, did Yeah, the level 4 Scorcher did so much damage to the Warlock, the Spectre. And that just allowed the toss to get the snipe on the Spectre as well. And 2 more bounty runes just sitting here for Robo Z. He's going to have his dagger now.
Oh god, you're right, yeah. So what's he doing? He's clearing the camps, using as much mana as he can for that extra bottle refill.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Very nice.
So
100 gold away.
Spectre and Wraith King were sitting at about the same amount of farm towards the Relic, and now the Wraith King is up like 800 gold. So he's going to be hitting that Relic timing earlier. That means he's also going to be hitting the Radiance timing earlier, unless he dies. Oh,
Kinda
let's try toss back.
Oh, under
Goodbye.
that tower. He's trying to get out of there, but his hood popped and a
alive.
bit of heal. They shred through the Snapfire and a Snowball. Shards catching Tiny. Soulbind with that silence does nothing to turn around with that Grimstroke. Courier sniped under the tower though. Infinity back into it with Doom and Grim both looking to retreat. The blink away from Sacred will get him out of harm's way for now. Wraith King though, he's got Reincarnation. Lift
Oh,
up that
the
tower
hood
against
from
the
the
Edict.
Leshrac. Yeah, they didn't expect the hood Leshrac to be so tanky there, and I think the Inkswell Tiny couldn't get on top of him either. Did I see that correctly there, Gary? Is that what
I'm
happened?
Not sure. I mean, there's definitely the hood and the stick and the raindrops. Lesh kind of just shrugged it off.
Yeah.
And Tiny got isolated with Shards and Snowball.
Yeah, track healing as well, being placed onto the hood. Sorry, the Warlock healing on top of the hood Leshrac is just so much. They're gonna need something to remove that heal, because the Warlock or this hooded Leshrac, it's gonna be very annoying.
And yeah, it's a level 3 heal as well, worth pointing out. Quite often with the Warlock, we see 2 points in heal. That's kind of been the build, you know, for the past like 3 or 4 years. You want to try and max out Bonds and Upheaval as your main spells. But that extra point,
Dire's
giving
bottom
a
tower is
nice
under
boost to
attack.
healing. Like you say, just extending these team fights, keeping that Lesh in it a little
Radiant's
bit longer.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, that
Instant
Observer
D
ward
ward.
immediately. Oh, the
They
sentry.
know there's
Can you get it?
They know there's smoke there. Now, no hunt.
Just kissed. Lava landing on it.
Still alive.
Spectre. Still up and running. Scorched Earth coming. Good split Earth. Oh, no way. Can now escape from this. The Infernal Blade's going to find her in the end. Snapfire does get picked off by a little boy Lesh as PP
Wants to blink
snipes
out.
out Widge back in the jungle. Yeah, going to blink away from the Wraith King now. I think these fights are spread pretty wide across that top third of the map. In the dire jungle around that top tier 1 area, but with Spectre dying, like you've been saying, that's just another bonus for the Wraith King.
Exactly, and he was so close to that Relic, Gary. He's at 3.6k gold now, and Wraith King is only 500 off this Radiance recipe. So, Wraith King definitely hitting his timings much faster than the Spectre right now, and I expect Unknown to just run at them as soon as his Radiance is up, because you need to keep the Spectre lineup down. You can't just let her hit this Radiance and then you go fight. You also got
looks like
Soulbind
Infinity.
plus the Doom ready as well.
Oh, the double Doom, yeah. Infinity sitting behind their Lesh mid, it looked like they wanted to try and smoke out across the map with all their ultis ready. Sonic Wave, Golems. And they potentially could have this mass team fight happen, but this smoke straight into Radiant
Yeah.
Triangle. Hunting for Spectre,
Pamplona.
spots out the Pamplona Tusk. Blow him up. No, not quite. They get the Golem and the Fatal Bonds down. Now Tiny's a bit stuck. Snowball and the Sonic
They
Wave
doomed us back.
clears through the Grimstroke, which is down. They do Cookie back in, but Robo-Z falls. The Doom, it was onto a Golem there.
No, it was a
Split
double
Earth still
Doom
under the
from the
Snapfire.
Soulbind. The Soulbind latched onto the Warlock Golem.
So it was the Spectre and the
thought
Golem.
Yeah, they thought it was a double Doom on like 2 heroes, but it was on the Golem. And I think this was a huge mistake on the side of Unknown to smoke out when your Wraith King's Radiance was there in like 20 more seconds. You just have to wait 20 more seconds and your Wraith King could be leading these fights for you with the reincarnation. So absolute disaster. Pamplona doesn't even die to the Tombow because he's so tanky. Look at his build too.
Well, Sacred steals the DD rune. Fatal Bond to back out though. Now doesn't have the Radiance, but does have the Relic. The right-click damage is pretty big from now, and they kill off Sacred in the back as well. Queen of Pain has traded her life for the Doom.
Kisses.
Teemo helped out with the kisses. They will zone away Infinity and probably pick off Little Boy as his retreat. Pause comes. Oh, Teemo disconnecting.
Oh,
he's
look at
midair.
Teemo. He's in the sky.
Teemo's in midair.
Yeah, move your. Yeah. Move your screen. There you go. There we go, observer. You got him. There he is.
He's being tossed in by the
I got a
Tiny.
nice close up on him. He's
Launched
definitely
and
a
propelled.
skeleton. That's confirmed.
That's so cool.
a skeleton.
What a great pause. He's done that on purpose. He's disconnected on purpose so we can have this camera shot. Thank you,
He's
Teemo.
got like a diabolic edict in his hand too. He's like carrying that. That's what it looks like. He's like, the
Oh,
power's
God.
in my hands. Oh, Leshak, you're dead.
Burns through the Warlock as well. Oh, GG treat. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Wraithfire Blast and a double kill for RoboZ. Convert this into a tier 1 tower with your Tiny and your Wraith King still there.
It's as if Radiant's Wraith King is really good and a perfect timing.
Yeah.
So they just go back at it. Even without the Doom, they were able to win this fight convincingly. And now he's about to finish his Radiance as he was able to get out of that team fight. And his Haunt will be up in 80 seconds. So that's what Infinity are looking for. I don't feel like Unknown have gathered like a huge lead in this early game, where the Radiance Spectre is gonna be, a non-fact. I think this is gonna be a very impactful Radiance from the Spec.
Oh yeah, still
This
a very
next
tight
Haunt
game.
is gonna be everything. She's gonna need to look for the Snapfire and the Grimstroke right away.
And we've also been playing with very limited ward coverage from Infinity. Like, you look at the Warlock's inventory right now. 3 obs, 3
Yeah.
sentries.
He's struggling.
This next kind of 3-4 minutes, if they can keep that vision planted down in some good spots that they can fight around. Oh, there's actually Pamplona, Little Boy, playing into the darkness. Does get an Observer Ward down now. They swing in onto that Snapfire, and they're looking for Widge bottom, but he's already TP'd home.
Is under attack.
They got the Soulbind Doom ready. They should play together with the Grim and the Doom. And if you see Grim's item build, he's rushing Aghanims. And I
that's
think
huge.
that's not a good idea.
That's huge.
It's a huge item if you can get it and like you can have impact with it, right? The problem is, what if you just die every fight because you have no defensive abilities? Spectre's gonna look for you, Quap's gonna look for you, and then it's just
make an
gonna keep getting
illusion of
delayed.
Just make a Spectre illusion.
You can't make an illusion if you're dead, Gary.
Just do it before you die. Easy peasy.
It's gonna be rough.
That's the Horn. Tiny, he's invis. They don't have any reveal. They can't see him. RoboZ's out.
Oh,
They've
look
blown
who's
up
dead.
The Snapfire, and yeah, Widge, the Spectre gets the kill on the Grimstroke. Sure, he doesn't have Aghanim Scepter yet, though, but the Blink Stomp. Catching
Doom.
with a Doom. The Sonic Wave pushes them back. Kisses are coming. Now, do they have heals to the Doom? They don't. The Golems are dropped, and they're trying to trade the Snapfire for it. It's still decent here for Infinity as they chase that Doom under the tier 2 tower. The Lash, the Tusk, all surround him. A 4-for-1.
That was a very good fight for Infinity. I mean, they do lose the Spectre, but someone has to eat the Doom anyway. So, Spectre, she's already done her job, haunted in, provided vision for her whole team. The Snapfire this time around gets away with the Glimmer. Next time, 100% going to be dusted and killed off. And on the other side, you saw the Spectre just haunting straight onto Wish, and he just died. He popped like a Phantom's Embrace onto a Spectre, and that's it. It didn't even matter. He's just going to fall apart. And when that Manta comes out on the Spec, he's going to die even faster.
I guess there is a caveat. There is a big but here. That is a
What's the
team
big
fight win
but,
for
buddy?
Infinity. The big but is the big cooldowns. No Sonic
it
Wave,
is.
no Haunt, no Golem now for a
90
minute and a
second
half to
window.
2 minutes. Yeah, there is a big opening for the Dire team to go back out with their short cooldowns and play.
To be fair, though, the Doom also has a big cooldown in this game because
True.
he did use that fight when Infinity were running in. You can make an argument that maybe they should have just settled, gave up the 2 supports, and smoked back when the supports were alive. That would have been really good. But I think Sacred, with this Doom on cooldown, he also doesn't feel confident to make a call to go and fight right now.
That's a good point, yeah. Just let it be and then kind of cycle through your ultis, win a team fight off the back of a lost one. Now, you mentioned this Spectre, you know, going this Radiance Manta style. It's pretty classic. I don't want to talk about that. I do want to talk about the Wraith King copying her item build. This is plagiarism of the highest form here by Teemo. No, but seriously, Manta style on Wraith King, why?
I mean, I assume it's to dispel, you know, Bonds and Queen of Pain, Orchid, and stuff like that, which is kind of annoying. Because if you do get Bonds up, and your team is going to take a lot of damage from you just going in and dying, right?
So rather than like buy a BKB and waste out charges of BKB, I guess Manta style gives you dispel and then also split push, farming speed, etc.
Yeah, but I do think he's going to need a Manta. He's going to need a BKB anyway. Honestly, I'd rather have seen him go Scotty and Sanj and Yasha instead of this Manta build. I really don't think it's good. Like, I know why he's doing it, but I don't think it's good.
Over adapting to the situation, maybe.
I would think Scotty is like a pretty dank item this game, even though it's not something you commonly see on Wraith King. But when you're playing against Warlock healing and then Leshrac, Greaves, and Spectre, it's gonna be legit.
Sure can be. I mean, was he 2,000 ahead of that Spectre right now in net worth? Yeah, that's the ultimate orb that Spectre's missing from the Manta that she's going for. But it has been a period of waiting. Infinity now have all their ultis back up.
Right, and the BKB on the Queen of Pain, that's something that Infinity really wanted before they make another smoke play with the Haunt. I think now is always ready as long as his Haunt is up to go and do something. Sacred.
The jump.
Oh,
Sacred.
he gets the Sun first.
Gets the Doom. Stuns out the Queen of Pain. Dooms are up. Snowball save. Buys a bit of time. The Golem onto that Widge Grimstroke. He gets the Soulbind out. Robo-Z being hit by the Golem, and they do get the 1-for-1 trade, but it's Quap for Grim. Soulbind now connecting back onto the Tusk, and the Spectre is now chasing Robo-Z. On the left side, Sexy Yogi sliced by the Doom and Teemo's Wraith King, and Leshrac's going to stuck there too. A Walrus Punch back onto Robo-Z, but the kisses the Avalanche Toss, destroys Pamplona. Now trying to get anything out of this fight that he possibly can. Needs a Snapfire kill, doesn't want to stick around for it, just throws the dagger and runs away. Teemo with a triple kill at the back of it, Robo-Z with another toss. Oh, the Avalanche is coming. He'll catch now. The Spectre's down, it's a 5-man wipe. Unknown. They fight back.
Yeah, they should tip Queen of Pain there if you're unknown. She did not click her BKB. She let herself just be hoof stomped, Gary. The Doom just walked on top of her. Like, just gotta BKB that. And then, boom, you turn the fight around. You know, if he dooms you when you're BKB'd, it won't matter. You can just walk off. Quap died at the start of the fight, got nothing off. The Haunt comes out. They're trying to focus the Snapfire, but you know, the Tiny is doing work here too. And on the other side, there's another fight going on with the Leshrac. Leshrac's so tanky with this build, but it doesn't really matter if you got a Wraith King and a Doom on top of you. That Infernal Blade, the percentage-based damage, way too annoying. And yeah, this was just pretty much a 4v5 with the Quap just dying right away.
Yeah, it was Quap blinking in, then Doom blinking on her and war stomping is definitely on PP there, not pressing pressing BKB.
If he presses BKB, that fight looks so different. Doom would have had to waste the Doom onto the Quap because she would have just walked away from the battle, re-engaged back in, and used the Sonic Wave and turned the fight around.
And it's also like the panic from your team, like you have to drop Golem there, you have to drop your spells because the Queen of Pain's been gone on. So now they're on cooldown for a bit, but a sneaky little move from Infinity into the Roshan pit. Level 4 Desolate, slice him apart.
This is how you counter Doom. Get the Aegis.
Sacred Shadow Blade. No, he's not going to move in time. There's also Sentry observable there, so a good thing he didn't move in.
Yeah, they got the Aegis on the Quap, so next Doom target will probably have to go on the Spectre or the Leshrac, no matter what. I honestly don't mind seeing a Doom onto the Leshrac because this Lesh has Greaves, right, and a pipe, and eventually he's gonna have a pipe. It's gonna be very tanky, lots of healing onto Infinity's team. So if you can get rid of that hero at the start of the engagement, that could help Unknown a lot because you're removing a crazy amount of effective HP essentially.
Yeah, it's like the old argument we used to have about dooming the Darkseer back in the days. Do you want to doom one of the position 1 or 2s, or do you want to doom the Darkseer who has pipe, mech, Greaves, 4 staff, whatever it might be?
And a Surge to get the Doom target out of there.
Just brings so much utility. Under dire vision, Infinity. They are completely scouted. Unknown are ready to strike. If anybody moves up that mid wave, it might be PP. Queen of Pain, very delicate still, even with that Aegis of the Immortal. Good sentry down. They won't be able to get the D ward. Teemo, he's the one that comes crashing through that mid lane.
Yeah, PP just checking if his fingers are working, you know, dodging the stun. Next time, he will be able to BKB that Doom stun.
And they do get the D ward mid, but I need a bit more vision off to this right hand side in the jungle area. One dire ward. I'm gonna see anybody coming. Well, Radiant have what, triple wards up top, so perfect space for the Spectre. Is gonna know if anybody's coming her way. So again, it is kind of well done by Infinity. Even though they lost the last team fight, they are managing to get a lot out of the map while their cooldowns aren't available.
I would love to see them fight though with this Aegis. I don't think they should just settle and split the map 50-50. I think Unknown are gonna be happy if that were to happen because they are farming a little bit more. And this Doom is scaling very heavily with the Shadow Blade and then going for that AC soon. Actually, I'd rather see him go Shiva's. I really don't like AC Doom versus Shiva's Doom. So much better.
What about an Aghanim Scepter on Doom? Like one of the few breaks still in the game.
Yeah. It's not bad, but you still need, I think, Shiva's first.
Well, he's going to have to BKB. They're also haunting here for the Snapfire as well. Little Boy and Sexy Yogi on the snap. Doom being brought
Sacred's
down
dead.
by the Sonic Wave. Sacred's gone. They get the two pickoffs, and they're also right on the doorstep of the Dire base. Up
Huge.
towards the tier
Absolutely
3.
Huge. This is why you don't farm in your own safe lane. Because if your opponent smokes into you and kills you, then they're just going to go straight to the high ground. They got an edict ready. They should commit to this just to force a buyback from Unknown.
Yeah, absolutely should. They're going up there. I mean, Avalanche Toss. They try and combo into the Spectre. Oh, now he's nearly dead. The Spectre just gets burst completely. Where did her HP go? Teemo now onto the Sexy Yogi Warlock. A double kill for the Wraith King. What? We need to see that fight recap. Where did that damage come from? She's got 2,140 HP.
I don't even know. Was there any heals on her? Did anybody try to heal her? What just happened? She just disappeared.
I mean, Wraith King did 3,000 damage in that fight across the Spectre and the Warlock.
Okay, here it is. Very low. Stun toss combo. Mantas. I think the Manta was way too early there. He just had to walk out a little bit, pop the Manta. Yeah, and then I guess the heals just wasn't enough.
Oh boy. Well, that's a defense of the top lane by Unknown. Just a couple of heroes. They did buy back the Snapfire, but I guess they kept the Dooms one.
I'm pretty sure Unknown themselves were very surprised by that play. That they were able to bring the Spectre down. All they really wanted was to like force the buyback from the Snapfire or the Doom. And turned out sour real quick.
And now Wraith King's on your top tier 1. He's got Skellies ready to go in 10 seconds. Snowballing in to try and save PP's Queen of Pain in the triangle, though. The Soulbind going to catch her up. Aegis still there for 30 seconds. So that's a death they'll accept, but the Doom's onto the Spectre. Now is doomed up. A bit of heals coming her way, but Spectre just tossed and blown up thanks to the kisses and the Doom. Now's gone. Little Boy shredded by Teemo. And yeah, Infinity, without their cooldowns, just do not stand a chance. This is real strong stuff from Unknown. It's a good Sonic Wave from PP, but not able to get any kills. He jumps aggressively in towards the Doom. They toss back the Snapfire, and that's PP dead. It's all falling apart now.
It really is. And this Wraith King is just gigantic. He can just go wherever he wants to, and Infinity, they can't do anything about him. They can't. They can try to kill him once, but then the Tiny comes out, Snapfire comes out, and this time around, Doom, he made the perfect play, went straight to the Spectre with his BKB. Spectre popped his Manta and found the real one, doomed him, and the fight just seemed over after that.
And Mr. 21,000 net worth Wraith King, 7k ahead of his nearest counterpart, the Queen of Pain, and nearly 10,000 ahead of the Spectre right now. BKB Manta Basher onto the melee barracks. He's got Silver Edge queued up next, it looks like. They'll finish off these buildings. And then could even consider, moving down towards that bottom lane. But they've got some waves to push out first.
Now it's gone
Sexy
top.
Yogi.
He's just gonna farm up there. He has the Haunt ready. Oh, they're not gonna drop the Golem for that Snapfire.
Just
Feels
drop
bad.
the base first.
Honestly, you should just drop the Golem. I think in the position that they're in this game, just drop the Golem, get the kill on the Snap, and go look for kills with your Co-op and your Tusk so you can Haunt and get another kill. And just keep, like, trying to make Unknown spiral downwards. Because
like,
Unknown is
people
grouped
back.
right back up. Yeah, now they just group back up. They got Doom up in 30, and they're ready to fight. They, like...
Nothing's
Infinity,
stopping them.
they're losing their timings, exactly. Queen of Pain does have a Linkage now. Maybe if Doom doesn't realize there's a Linkage up on the co-op, he dooms the co-op, and then something can happen with that. Timo,
Oh, look at Timo.
big
Turns
man.
off his radiance straight onto the Warlock, who ceases to exist. Turn to dust. Crumbles. 1 minute until Roshan could potentially be up, so not an objective that Unknown can go and take right now, but there's still tier 1, tier 2 top. They're all grouped up, like you're saying. This real strong squadron. It's going to take some magic from Infinity to hold on to this game, even turn it around.
Bounty.
Spect needs like another 10,000 net worth to be able to fight into this.
Dude, she's behind by 10k
Yeah.
to the Wraith King.
Yeah.
What?
And it's triple core as well. Where's... Whoa.
They're doomed for
Haunt?
Sacred.
Ah.
Oh,
it
sorry,
is.
they've haunted for Sacred. Yeah.
Radiant's
They're also smoking. I mean, now has jumped back into the triangle. Cookie down from the snap. PP. Straight onto the Grimstroke. Screams. It doesn't have that Sonic Wave just yet, though, as he's already spent it. RoboZ's BKB'd up, and they do blink back to kill off the pair of supports. Wraith King BKBs and turns on Pamplona. Punched into the air, but burnt by the Radiance. They've got a Spectral Illusion going here as well from the angles of the Grimstroke, as Tiny. He's been focused down by Little Boy, who spider legs up the high ground and gets the pick off. RoboZ gone. Doom buys back. He does have ulti. But who's he throw it on? Who'd you go on? The Spectre. Oh, she's isolated. Left alone completely. Golem dropped down with the Fatal Bonds there, but now... Oh, come on. Can you get out of there? The deny, maybe? You can't heal her up. She's gone. And Wraith King's going to lifesteal back off this Golem with his crits beautifully. Well, everybody waits for
Timo
Roshan.
is just way too strong. You know, the fight's like 4 versus 1 essentially, and they can't even go on to Timo. He's just there bullying everybody. I mean, he's run out of mana now, which is kind of scary for him, but I don't think he has any fear. He can just man fight. And that was a decent buyback from the Doom. I think it was kind of late, but they do still get the kill onto the Spectre. But with him using his buyback, I think Infinity, they know exactly who they want to find in the next fight.
Oh, yeah. I guess Timo's going to get shard from that next Roshan as well.
Uh-huh.
So
He's
not gonna
probably
worry too
gonna
much
need
about
it.
that mana.
He's got Manta and Silver Edge. These things just cost way too much mana for a hero like Wraith King.
Did Widge just bring him 3 mangoes? Tops
Yep.
up Timo's mana pool. That's a true
Butler
support for
service.
you. Well, Roshan's alive. In we go. But yeah, that Dark Portrait from the Grimstroke. I mean, you were right. When he gets jumped and he dies, it's useless. But when he gets it off, you know, that Spectral Illusion chasing people around, it is incredibly difficult to handle.
Yeah, I watched the Spectre Illusion in the last fight. It wasn't doing too hot.
Fine. Hate on this Grimstroke Dark Portrait. See if I care. I like it.
I don't know. I just rather have seen him have a Glimmer Cape and a Force Staff ready so he can just get away from these heroes and save his allies and be able to cast more spells in the team fights, because his Inkswell is far more important than having this Dark Portrait.
That's what your Snap Fire's for. That's what your Position 5's for. Glimmer, Solar, Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, I mean, position 4 is not much different than your position 5. I'll tell you that, yay.
Yeah, that's true. Sexy Yogi, what's he up to? He's very, very far away from his base, getting some vision down. Been a bit of a sad game for the Warlock.
He wants to
0-7.
snipe some couriers.
Oh,
Is that what he's
doing
doing? Is he sniping
the Theban
couriers
strat?
here? Yeah,
He's
you
gonna
see
see
some
some
couriers
flying
running
across, but
past.
oh, look at Snapfire.
The Shoulder, though,
protecting
he's here. Wait, how does... Oh, Shoulder expects that someone's farming the Ancients.
Nobody's there. Warlock TP's out.
So,
But yeah, now you've got Doom with Cheese, Tiny Aegis, Wraith King did get that Aghanim Shard, and they're going to smoke as unknown from that mid lane. RoboZ is eyeing up the jump on Pamplona's Tusk. High ground vision spots the Warlock as well. That's a great pick if they can finish it. A Glimmer Cape and no reveal means that he will be able to get back to his tier 3. Spectre.
Now it's being hunted by Sacred.
TP's out. Successfully
What?
at that.
Why does he want AC? Man, it always makes me feel so bad inside when I see a Doom going for AC over Shivas, especially as a 3. You got these guys going high ground now. RoboZ with that shard as well. He can also do so much building damage.
Very, very quickly. Yeah, it's not as though they're against much physical damage, right? The Radiant is majority magical, really. And I guess.
I mean, I like the Shivas because it lets you slow everyone down for your Doom, especially the target that you Doom. Plus, it gives you vision, so you can hit that Doom target. Right?
And it's mana pool.
Like, exactly. Mana pool.
Well, looks like a systematic ending to this one, though. Unknown just going building to building.
They don't care about top racks. It's like, sure, take it.
Yeah, you can have that one. Tiny BKBs, Split Earth, Snowball, trying to catch out the Snapfire. Good punch, and they're trying to pick her off with a Sonic Wave, expend it there for the Widge and the SACC kills. They move now onto the Wraith King. Teemo, reincarnation of the Skellies. Just demolished by Little Boy. Misses the Split Earth, so a BKB TP. Do we have a punch? A Golem? That's the drop onto Teemo.
They kill.
That'll cancel his TP, and the Wraith King, he's going to turn and hit, but not kill off the Warlock quite there. So they don't get the
huge
Mega
fight.
Creeps. Everything expended, though, by the Radiant, just to hold on.
Yep. I mean, that's exactly what you gotta do, right? You hunt, go to the back line, kill the supports off. You know, these cores, they don't really want to have anything to do with it when the supports are already dead. And I'm surprised, like, Tiny Doom, they didn't really try much. They get out. Golem was saved for the defense. You know what? Okay, I know how Infinity win this game, okay?
Like, right now?
Not right now. But they need a few more items. They're going to be able to push the lanes out. They got one set of racks still left. And they just got to keep looking for kills at the moment, which they're doing. While the Wraith King is dead. Oh, this is a huge kill.
That's
if they
massive.
can get Doom, that's insane.
They pop the BKB on Doom Pamplona. He's gonna get
Pamplona.
slaughtered by Tiny. They got the turnaround. Yeah, the kisses, the avalanche toss, but they will still move forward. Grimstroke thinking about turning. The
they're slow.
upheaval slows them. They can't move. They're stuck in the mud. Tiny turns to hit them. The Soulbind there. They try to Doom, but the man to dodge. They get away from it for a second or two. Now he's finally doomed up. As the Spectre gets focused down by the Infernal Blade. Little boy drops. Grandma turns with a Scatter Blast, and Tiny returns. Slays the Spectre. PP wants something. Will get the snap, but the cost is tremendous right now. Warlock trying to glimmer home, but a double kill for your Tiny. PP, you're just gonna have to blink away from this, aren't you? Aren't you? Silence up the Doom,
Oh,
the double
God, the
toss, the
tosses.
slap down,
Triple tosses.
triple toss, the celebratory one onto the Doom at the end.
Oh, man. That was like a 4 versus 5, and they got absolutely demolished. I mean, the Tusk went in. It was a cool idea, but you can't just go in that early. Everybody else was still very far behind. Doom gets a BKB off right away. Spectre goes in. They should know the Doom is still up, right? And then here comes the Soulbind. They get the double Doom. Wait for it. There it is. Boom. And then feels bad. The fight's just over at that point.
Fights, yeah, exactly.
The double toss too. The Tiny is just so strong at this point in the game too. He's got a Daedalus. He's got that enchanted quiver.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And he's got his shard as well.
They're
Unlimited
gonna buy
free
back
ground.
now. Okay, so a catch would have been cool, but you know, you got the Doom off. You got to play a little bit slow. Now you're gonna get their axes. I didn't even get to tell you how they're gonna win this game on Infinity. Damn.
Farm items, push waves, and feed. They will haunt.
Buy back.
Sonic Wave's good. Snowball onto the Grimstroke. They've got that
Supports
first
again.
pick-off. The BKB's on the runaway. RoboZ trying to TP. A stun with the split up though. Catches him on his retreat. Wraith King's invis. They know the direction he's gone. They're keeping tabs on him. He's dusted and scouted now by PP, who has another blink up. Orchid at the ready. Daggers forward. Teemo has a
BKB.
mantra in 4 seconds and
doesn't
reincarnation.
get over
They
it.
missed the cookie over the shards. Now dropping the golem on them as well. Teemo gonna lose 2 lives here. He's got Silver Edge. What's the reveal status like? He just has to, yeah, he's gonna try and run away. He can't stand his ground and fight. They're gonna see him eventually. Damage through the invis with that Pulse Nova. And
Okay.
that top lane
They hold
defender,
again.
Theban. How do they win the game?
Well, I mean, this is a start. They do have to use the 3 buybacks. Roshan is not going to be up anytime soon. I want to see a Leshrac Aghanim's. That's how they win this game, okay? Gary, they need this nihilism. It's so good against the 3 cores of Unknown. It looks like they're going for the Snapfire kill here too.
Good cookie.
Dire's middle tower.
He has a buyback. He's going to be okay. They're not going to be able to get him. Doom, Tiny, they both have buybacks. Wraith King doesn't. And Doom is going to pop his. That's 2 buybacks in a row from the Doom.
Has fallen.
Yeah, it's hurt him a little bit, right?
wanna hold.
17,000 net worth.
Yeah, they got the Soulbind play. So the plan here is if they get the Soulbind into a double Doom, Tiny, if he needs to buy back, he will, and they're going to get the kills on these cores who've already bought out on the side of Infinity.
Middle tower.
Well, they got top racks earlier.
Oh,
There's the
that's not a good
Soulbind, but that's
Soulbind.
wasted.
That is not a good Soulbind.
They don't have the jump.
That went on Lesh and Tusk. You have to hit the Spectre or the Quab.
Infinity. Second lane of barracks now. They got the top one earlier. Clear through mid.
Wow.
Are they going tier 4s? 20 seconds with no Wraith King. Tiny respawns. He TPs up towards top, and now retreat time for Infinity. This game
No need
is
to throw
getting
the game here.
spicier and spicier.
Yep. That I can't believe it. With that Soulbind onto the 2 targets that you don't really want to doom, I think there's just no play for the Tiny to come out with a buyback. You need to either get a Doom on the Spectre or the Quab. Those are the 2 heroes that are doing the damage right now. Plus the Leshrac, I would say. And then you can try to kill people with it.
Oh, wait, we're
No,
getting
boy,
into tier
he's
4
going-
item.
Yeah, we are. Are we going to see a Spell Prism?
Well, we've got
Oh, Illusion Escape.
Illusion
That's
Escape or
good.
Spectre. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Minotaur Horn. They've also got Timeless Relic. All of these items, super good for the Radiant. Leveler is their last one, which is probably the worst of the lot.
But attack speed for the Queen of Pain? That's nice.
guess if
She's
you-
got a Hex now too.
And if you want to focus onto tier 4s or something, actually, I'm probably going to take that back. Like Leveler, if you want to just end the game, maybe one of the better
Oh,
ones.
they try to jump Sacred.
Spectre,
Oh,
tried to horn
too early.
onto the
Wait
Grim.
for the Hex, buddy.
Inkswell on Tiny. They Soulbind the Spectre with an Illusion. He's going to try and clear through that Grimstroke Dark Portrait. But now Soulbind's down. That's a good 40 seconds.
Yeah, that was very, very, very close, Gary. I mean, if the Spectre doesn't pop the Haunt there and just waits for the Queen of Pain to Hex first, they would have got that dieback on the Doombringer. And that might have just been game over. If this Doom dies. So, Unknown. Whew.
And Roshan's respawning
They're playing
right
under
now.
a ward. Sacred, he's in danger. He's playing
Oh,
under a
God.
ward right now.
He was under a sentry
But
as
little
well, yeah.
boy, can he get up here? I guess he can. There's a mid wave. He's pushing
Timo.
bottom right now.
Silver Edge, I mean, they're still under this vision, under the reveal, so they need that sentry ward,
Yeah,
the
they
high
get
ground vision, they clear through it. But Roshan, is this the 4th one now?
No, this is the 3rd
The
Roshan.
3rd Roshan, yeah.
Yeah, this is a huge
pressure
Roshan.
shot.
Because now this is going to reset Spectre's buyback pretty much. Because he can't really doom her and kill her 2 times unless she's on her own. And a cheese onto the Queen of Pain. It's going to make her incredibly tanky. Gary, I hate to say it, but I think Unknown may have just thrown this game completely.
It really has swung pretty hard. I mean, they were, what, 18,000 net worth ahead? That's come real crashing down. 5k lead is all they have. Is meaningless 45 minutes into this one. I mean, Dire neutral items, what do they have on their side? Anything cool for the Dire team? Another Illusion Escape, Wraith King has that. Penta Edge Sword on Tiny. Trickster Cloak Doom.
Alright, they smoked up here, but they should wait for the Haunt, because they need the vision to find the support. And now
Now
just running in there, he does not care.
Straight onto the Snapfire.
Okay, they got the
Walrus
support.
Punch. They'll kill off that support who does have buyback. And yeah, it's a
Weesh,
wild
he's
scramble
next.
by Unknown. Oh, really? Okay, they don't find him.
Okay, he has a
That's like
flicker.
a-
He has a flicker. Yep.
It's like a wild scramble to push out these lanes, though. Like, mid was shoved by Wraith King Illusions. Little boy bottom.
Timo bottom.
Hello, that's Timo. He's got a Ghost Scepter on this Lesh. Abyssal Blade's going to slow him down for a sec. What's the plan here now for Leshrac? He's juking. He's dodging around,
He's got
around in
spider legs.
circles.
He's good.
And it's actually Timo who's afraid. Do they have a stun to stop
Bash?
him from TPing?
Bash?
Oh, Leshrac, run away. And they actually haunted back onto Robo Z. Now it's chasing the Tiny. They've got this AoE Shadow Word going. Sexy Yogi just demolished by the crits from Timo. The kisses from long range. Snapfire trying to land them on the Spectre, but Not going to work out. And Warlock buys back and buys a Blink Dagger. He's got a Refresher Shard on him.
Yeah, that's something we didn't mention earlier too. That third Roshan did have a Refresher Shard on it. It was an Aghanims, and that's a pretty good Refresher. Like, most games, I feel Refresher Shard is much worse than Aghanims, but on a hero like Warlock, that's nice. That double golems could be real big here.
It doesn't have mana cost like Refresher Orb does either, so you just chuck everything.
Exactly. Actually, to be honest, he gave it to Spectre. Yeah. Okay. No fun.
The dream is over. But now you're going to have a double horn, double abyssal blade, whatever it might be. And kill off that Dark Portrait, which walks down to the low ground. That's a bit spooky. Queen of Pain blinks immediately into the back, hexes up the Snapfire, force the cookie away. Doom with a double stomp in. Tiny cancels out the avalanche toss with a good little stun turnaround, and the golem's dropped on them. Soulbind there, double Doom is gonna come. They do launch it out as the Lashrak doomed up, but they've killed off Sacred. Sexy Yogi died back. Where is this? Wraith King, where's the damage coming from? He's pummeling into that now Spectre. Little boy's gonna drop first. Trying to get now Spectre out of that. She's pretty tanky, but they want to fight this. They want to keep on going. Queen of Pain, yeah, she's hexed them up, stands her ground, snap by golem, 2 heroes down with no buyback on them. Spectre has the Aegis and will come back to life in a couple of seconds. Queen of Pain has the blink away and the cheese, gets the cheese up in time. Silence by the Phantom's Embrace though. Spectre with that Refresher Shard, gonna get another haunt off. It is one versus the world right now. Now against everybody. Yogi with a double kill, the golem's going to work. Robo Z goes for the TP but gets bashed up.
Quap's got buyback too. They're all gonna buy back here on Radiant.
Buyback party, here we go. Unknown, Tiny Grimstroke and the Wraith King all gonna have to buy back here because your base is under assault. Another Soulbite coming out onto Now and that. Lashrak with a 2-man stun. They're gonna catch out Now. Try and burst through it with a Silver Edge and the toss is up. Robo-Z's found Now. Spectre gonna die. Buys back immediately. Doesn't have a haunt though. Gonna have to TP out to the outpost as PP still here with Little Boy and Pamplona wanting to push this final lane of barracks. Robo-Z walks up the high ground, tosses the Lesh away. Little punch on the Tiny, the Splitter, starting to stack up. And they do dust and just hold on for a sec. Calm down, relax, wait for Spectre to re-arrive. Go back in with a Scythe of Ice. Hexing up onto the Tiny, force the BKB. Robo-Z trying to run away with that nice avalanche. He'll ditch from danger, but now is back in onto the tier 3 tower. Kill off the Grimstroke illusion and focus on these buildings. Get the mega creeps going for you. They've even got creeps killing off tier 4s up the top lane as well. This is now a 5 versus 3 for a good 15 seconds.
Doom's up in 15, they just want mega.
Lesh has the Edict talent as well, don't forget. So that's an incredible amount of damage on these buildings. They haven't finished off the megas, and Infinity gonna run away. They don't get that final building.
No, Infinity, they made the right decision there. If they stick around for this Rax, you're going to see a tiny toss back, and then Doom's going to be alive, and things are going to get real tricky. Like, getting the megas, but losing your heroes who don't have buybacks is the worst thing that could happen for Infinity right now. They are in control of this game. Everyone has used their buybacks, but they have the advantage with the Haunt, finding the supports first, killing them off with the Vision. The Vision advantage is everything at the moment. So, Infinity just going to play it chill. You know, to leave that one Rax, that's completely fine.
There's only one buyback in the game remaining, and it's Doom's one. You know, he bought back twice in quick succession, 40-odd minutes in, 38 minutes in? And he's the only one with buyback left now.
Now just played a little bit more cautiously, though. Like, he already used the Aegis up, and his teammates are buying back. They're going to come back to fight. But he went in too early, and that's how they were able to kill him. Because if he's waits for his team, and his teammates are nearby, and then he goes into the fight, like, they can't focus now down because his teammates are going to kill them, right? And they already used the buyback. So yeah. I think a little bit of a misplay here from Now. Got a little too, like, in these moments, you're so excited and you're so hyped because you're coming back into the game and everybody's dying. Everyone's buying back. You have no idea what the fuck's going on. You're just like, all right, let me get in there. I'm the boss of this game. And then you suddenly just die to like 3 heroes because you're overconfident. Even though your teammates are saying they're on the way, but they're still on the way. You know, they got to get there first.
Yeah, they don't have Haunt. They don't have boots of travel. They don't have that immediate maneuverability. Yeah. We're also getting Aeon discs here for Infinity too. Like, Lesh has one. Queen of Pain's working towards one as well. So that jump from unknown, if they do make it, is going to be dissuaded or counteracted by these Aeon discs.
The Aeon disc of Lil Boy popped, I think, after the Doom, so it wasn't like status assisted. Unfortunately, so he died pretty quickly there in the last fight. And the buybacks of Leshak and Quap were like 30 seconds off from when the fight started. If those buybacks were already up, I think Infinity would have stomped that team fight as well.
Yeah, very likely.
So
Warlock
very
is
close.
so-
Oh my god. Look at that
Warlock's so close to
win
20.
probability. Have you
What's
seen
that?
it? Oh, wow.
68%
It just
for
swing-
Radiant now.
Yeah, it swung so hard.
And what's
Swing
that
was
got?
insane in this game.
That's gone from like 85 odd % for the Dire team.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Hold on, do we get the Shadow Ward heal now or the Summon Golem on Death on 20? Because he's got the shard, and that shard is super nice.
That is a good question.
70 heal a second
Just
for
go for
every
all
single
the-
target.
Because he did go for the cooldown as well. Yeah, if you go for the double talents. But what the thing is, like, what does one more golem do for you? It lets you hit buildings. Like, it's
Well,
pretty
it's a stun
nice.
as well, right? Oh, little
Yeah,
boy,
yeah,
no,
that's
little boy.
Oh, God,
Not like
what's
this,
happened?
little boy.
What's happened there? He's got
wanted
Eon
to
this, but he's
sneak
stunned
it.
up. Oh no!
The Tinker Ward.
What is he? He was going for the bottom
MVP.
racks, was he?
MVP. Dude, that MVP Tinker Ward, like, they read him like a goddamn book. They were like, yo, this Leshak is gonna run up these trees with his spider legs. He's gonna edict the racks, blink out, and TP. And they just read him like a goddamn book, Gary.
He's dead for 2 minutes.
He's fucking dead. And
They draw
this-
the line.
Yeah, they want to do something right now. I mean, this Leshak is so important for the team fights. He does an incredible amount of damage. He's got Guardian Greaves for his team. Oh, shit, little boy. You thought you were being smart, but you done goofed.
Outmaneuvered. A minute and a half still. Oh, they could think
Outsmarted.
about going tier 4s. They're pushing out that mid wave, clearing through bottom, all connecting in towards mid.
Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, you know there's no Lesh buyback. They're pinging top barracks. But what is the play here? Do you go for megas or do you go for the jugular? Go for game end.
I think you go for Megas. You go for Megas, you play it safe, get your supports to not get into the base. Because if you go for the Jugular, then the supports have to expose themselves onto the high ground, and then the Spectre and Quap are just going to snipe your supports. So
Yeah.
get the Megas first, wait for the creeps to start applying the pressure. Spectre, Quap, not the best heroes to deal with these Megas anyway. Yeah, there we go. Get back, fix the top lane now, and play for the next Roshan. I mean, they could have stuck around because there's still 40 more seconds on the Lesh, but the creep wave top is gigantic. Teemo had to go back for it.
Exactly 1 minute until Roshan spawns. So we're gonna have that
Hey.
final clash around the pit.
What a day, Gary. This is like every single game so far today has been insane. This is all because of that first game where we had a Tinker versus Dusa, but it ended quickly. You know, that was an ominous start to the day.
My goodness gracious me. Yeah. Now we've got Warlock Spectre, you know, flashbacks to the past. Extend these games out longer. Genuinely, it's been a long time since I've seen tier 5 neutral items. Like, it has. I think it's been weeks, if not months, that I in a program that game I've cast.
It's because in South American DPC, like, the teams play very aggressively. They don't wait for like the most perfect team fights. As soon as they get like one timing, they just run at you. So it makes for entertaining games, but and also fast games, because you will know who's gonna win based off like the executions of those team fights like early on.
And I guess this series is the one. Yeah, you're right. I mean, this series is the one in the middle. You know, first series was Brazil, Brazil versus Peru. Basically, the series after this is going to be the same thing with arguments about server advantage and how that kind of affects things. This one, no server advantage. This series, if it's as close as this game 1, we can expect it to be game 2, game 3. Go in the distance. Unknown, Invis, hold out on that bot wave. Someone's got to go and back, defend that Radiant base though. Now has to clear through some mega creeps. And it could be an opportunity for Unknown to try and snipe some out. Make the jump onto bottom.
PP.
That Tinker
PP.
Ward. PP
He
hiding
sees
under it.
Wedge.
He sees Wedge. The Grimstroke hexed up, and then comes the Haunt. Sonic Wave going to clear through the Grimstroke. Dead for 2 minutes. No buyback at all. And they move right onto Robo Z.
The Mega
What's the
Crypt
damage? A
Spectre's
minute and a
gotta go
half.
back.
A minute and a half. They don't have buybacks. Neither of them do. But yeah,
Right,
Little
right,
Boy has
right.
to go back to base.
This is it. This is all or nothing for Infinity. And look what they're doing middle. Unknown is rocking down mid. They want
No way.
someone and go for the throne. They want to
No,
race
oh my
this. They
God.
know they
They
can't
have to.
fight. They know they can't fight. The Megas are still far away. PP still is trying to deal with it. Oh my god.
They don't have creeps bottom. They can't
Please
get Megas.
scatterblast the
Little
mid-wave.
boy.
Scatterblast
Little boy,
the
blink away.
mid-wave.
Little boy, blink away.
Why didn't he scatterblast mid-wave? They need to go for the throne. That's the only real play for Unknown right now.
Oh my
Like, they
God.
can't...
Can I sneak?
Okay.
Can I sneak
This
Roshan? Is
this
that a play?
crazy. No, that is not a play. You don't sneak Roshan here. You don't. It just takes too long.
I'm just asking all the questions because I don't know what's going on. Anything can happen. But anything
Okay,
can
they're
happen.
going for the high gun. They're going for it.
They're coming back to
They're
defend.
going back to defend.
They're coming back to
Okay,
defend.
Teemo. Teemo's going for the throne though, right? That's what's happening here. Teemo? No,
No,
he's also
he's
going back to
TPing.
defend.
They have one tier 4 remaining. Now we're straight on it. 50
5 versus
seconds.
4.
There's a huge window. He gets his BKB off on the Spectre. He turns onto the Doom. Infinity, they're doing it. The buyback out from Sacred is immediate. Snaps back into the battlefield, and they do slice in onto Pamplona, but they don't finish him off. The Manta Horn and the full staff away. The Tusk is safe. They doom up the Spectre, sure, but your tier 4s are falling. Upheaval and Fatal Bonds, and they're focusing their
They got
throne.
Lesh.
They do get the Leshrac, but he's got buyback again. The Soul Boy now, the Stance is coming out. Now is trying desperately, struggling to hit the buildings. They don't finish the throne. Spectre's dead
No
for 2
way.
minutes. Queen of Pain has buyback. Lesh is going to come back in as well. They need Diabolic Edict. The Golem is finished off. Unknown hold their base. Oh my
What?
fucking god.
I'm just baffled. I mean, they got the kill onto the Doom. They would commit for the throne, but why don't they just kill the heroes? It's just 3 of them. Just kill the heroes. You can kill them. Don't go for the
another-
throne. It's like, why they... Oh my goodness. It's like, why you're focusing the throne? These heroes are just right in front of you, smacking you in the face.
And another buyback fiesta.
Oh, Teemo's
Wraith
in.
King's on top of Sexy Yogi. Does Warlock have buyback? 100 seconds
Okay,
dead
here we
with
go.
no buyback.
Little boy, go for the hero plays, buddy. Edict. One shot it. One shot that throne. Nah, they're gonna have to buy back on both the Quap and the Spectre. I mean, this Warlock being dead for, like, he just died back like this is just so awful.
And they're going Roshan. That's Refresher Shard and Aghanim's Blessing. Queen of Pain buys back. They have to defend that mid lane against double catapults.
They found Lil Boy, but they don't get the stun on him. On Sacred
Did he
here,
blink?
Gary. They
Little
got
boy
him.
is doomed. Yeah, he didn't
He's
blink
dead.
away. He's just going to get chased down. Well, there's no buyback on him. Little boy is done for. SHCCD going to come in with a kisses. They know that this kill
Pamplona?
can secure them
What's
the
Pamplona
game.
doing?
Pamplona
What
is in
the-
the Dire base. I'm not entirely sure what his plan. He wanted the gems, I think. I don't know. There's double gems on the deck there, but
he went to hit the throne.
he forces them all back. But they already cleared through Roshan. What is going
Dude.
on?
I can't. I'm gonna close my eyes and wake me up in 2 minutes, Gary. I don't want to know what's happening.
It might not take 2 minutes. So what is the status right now? Leshrac, no buyback, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Tusk, no buyback for what? Yeah, same thing. Warlock, he's
status should
screwed
be-
as well. It's,
Infinity has already lost this game, but you know,
It is-
I don't know after that last fight what's going on.
2 versus 5. Spectre and Queen of Pain against the entirety of Team Unknown. And Tiny is just going to bully your buildings. They haunt, they blink, they hex, they scream, they Sonic Wave onto Sacred's Doom, but he's still alive. They turn with a Soul Bind and drop the Golem as well. Warlock has respawned. He's upheavaled, and he's fatally bonded them, but he is dead. And your throne is now under some serious threat. The Golems are trying to kill people off, but the Aghanim's on the Wraith King. He keeps the Doom alive to keep the damage going, and the game ends like that. A 1-0 lead for Unknown in this series. In the most bizarre, bonkers, wonky game I've ever seen.
We didn't even get to see the tier 5 items in the end. But yeah, Infinity, they had this on lock. There's 2 heroes with no buybacks. They know they don't have buybacks, so they use them. You got megas. Just kill the heroes that are coming in. You know, they commit so hard for that throne. They're like, yeah, we won this game. Let's go for the throne. Leshrac gets doomed. They chase him down. They kill him. Spectre's hitting the throne. They kill him. You know, all the Spectre has to do with his basher is stick